part 2 of this wallet tutorial. If you're looking for part 1, look out for the links in the description box right below this video, and you will find all the links there. Before we go any further, we need to fix this one. These two, we can fix this right at the end. We need to fix this one. Now remember, I haven't got the fixing the fittings that goes in here. I should have got it, but I haven't got it. So I'm just going to use basically this one. So what I've done, from here to here, I've measured and made a center mark. From the center mark, just make sure this is in the center and then make your markings. Basically, your marking should be the side walls of this fitting. So I've done a little marking there, done a little marking there, and I'm going to put this away and try and just do, it's quite thick, so it's a little bit tricky, but as long as I have a little marking, then I go and just open it a very, very teeny bit. Now what I can do is just go and fix this like that and turn it around. And basically when you have this other fixing, it goes on both the sides, but because I haven't got it, I'm just going to go and press it like that and press it like that, so it's quite secure and neat. Okay, now at this stage, if you don't want to see this, and if you think you're gonna hurt your hand or fingers, then you can just go ahead and patch it with a piece of fabric, or just have a little really long piece of fabric and cover it up. I'm not going to do that because that's quite alright for me, so that's fine. Okay, so next step is we need to attach the zipper pouch inside here. To do that, we need the side walls. So the side panels are these. Basically take two of them, and I have made a long marking, you know, where the teeny weeny notches were. Instead of having the notches, I've made two markings. So the same way, go and make markings on these two, and just make sure this is hidden inside. So you go and stitch on this side and this side. This is like 1/4 of a stitch on either side. Do exactly the same on this, and then I'll come back and show you. I'm not going to film this because these are just two straight stitch, so I'll come back and show you. I have sewn in both the sides. If you can see the stitch on this side and this side, I'm just going to turn this inside out and iron it properly. Okay, that is the marking side. I'm not going to brush out the marking side. I'll iron it from the opposite side. Okay, remember the big notch we made, it's still there because basically we're going to cut this open in a minute. That's why we need this notch. And where these other two marks are, I'm just going to show you what to do. Okay, now both my panels are ready. So this is the big notch and these are the markings. So away from the edge, there's one mark there, one mark there. So this second mark, just fold it like that and make an iron mark. And I do the same for the other one as well. This is the most important mark, and once you have that mark, don't worry about it, rest will fall into place as we go along. Okay, now take your zipper pouch, place the zipper in the center. This pattern is made for a 6-inch zipper, so it is perfect. This zipper pouch pattern is a little bit wider because in case if you have made a mistake or something, it's always easy to hide it. So place not the fabric, place the zipper. Just look at the zipper, center it to the side wall. All right, so there's equal amount there, equal amount there, and now make a marking to the edge of aligning with the side walls of your purse. Okay, so basically what you need to do is take a ruler and place it like that, and then make your markings so you can cut that off. You have to be very accurate in this. If you're not accurate, then you know you're going to end up making a mess. So just take your time and do it. So I've got my two markings there like that. Now this zipper pouch cannot go beyond this point. It can go inside it can't go outside, not even a millimeter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this, probably about a millimeter away inside that marking. Okay, that's my marking, so I'm just going to cut it ever so slightly inside like that, then I'm safe. I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut it inside like that. Okay, now take these two pieces that where we have just marked the folding mark, and we're going to place this to the center like that and fold it in, and just make sure the edge of that is sitting to the fold we have made. All right, and then put a pin. And then now we're going to do is we're just going to go and put a quarter of an inch stitch from here to here, starting and finishing with a back stitch. Exactly the same way we are going to put this end into this fold and hold it in and place a pin. Now go and sew a quarter of an inch stitch from there to there. If you have sewn it right, then because there's a curved seam in there, this zipper pouch will go and sit neatly inside. It won't come out, it will go and sit neatly inside like that. So just make sure, in case if you have sewn a little bit less, then this is the time just to go and take it in a little bit. Let me take the pins off and just open and see if you see any raw edges. If you don't see any raw edges on both the sides, you're absolutely fine. If you have sewn too much to the edge, then you probably need to go and sew another stitch. I've put a quarter of an inch stitch and it's holding fine. So I'm going to do the same thing to this side and then come and show you. Okay, we have sewn in the side walls for the zipper panel. Now what we need to do is take your zipper pouch, open this up and place this in the center, so the bottom of your zipper pouch is sitting at the fold of this, so that will be ever so slightly inside. If you don't want it to be inside, then you could just bring this up ever so slightly and just make sure that the zipper at this stage is sort of aligning with this top panel. I can show you properly around there like that. Okay, I'm just going to hold it in like that and just see again that it's sitting right. Okay, that's sitting right. So just leave that there and then you go on to this one and just make sure the edge of this fabric is sitting to the edge of the purse. Place a pin away, well away from there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on this side. That's on a straight line, so I'm going to open this up and then right here. So when I'm finished, that's how it's going to look, and all of this raw edges will be finished. Okay, now that is done. Now we need to adjust this side, so basically turn this in like that and just make sure your zipper is aligned like the way you did it. And now you need to adjust this side of the side wall into here, like that, and place a pin. This is quite thick at the minute and it's difficult to place a pin. Maybe you just need to tack it. Okay, so when we're going to sew, it's going to be like this. Okay, now the first time I did this was the bag I did that I showed you in the previous, I've shown you in the previous video, and I did it without any joins, and I really had a really difficult time to turn this, and I'm quite experienced and I found it difficult. And I thought, oh, if people without much of experience on a sewing machine, if they're going to try, they're going to have a hard time and they may end up not finishing the project and leaving it halfway through. This is my Christmas present to you, 2013. I don't want you to stop the project halfway through, and I would like to see each one of you making a really nice purse. May not be for Christmas, maybe for New Year, maybe for next year, but I want you to finish it. So I changed the pattern and I came up with this idea. Okay, now if you can finish it without cutting this fabric, do so, right? If you can't, then I have a little trick. Okay, so let's just take one pin away, this one, and basically you remember the big notch we made earlier? So this is the big notch we made, and fold it notch to notch and just trim this off, cut this halfway through. Okay, so basically that inside fabric there needs to match it there, and go and place it. And then once it's in place, all you need to do is open it up, and okay, so that way you have a straight piece of fabric you could work with, and all we do is later on go and come back and join it from inside and just close it with a little overlocking stitch, which will be inside but neat outside. It's all neatly finished. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this side because it's easy to sew then. Okay, I have done, I've just joined in the sides, all these tabs, little tabs of the side wall, and I'm really good to go. I'll just check one more time that they're all aligned and matching properly, and when I close this, that's going to be fine. Okay, so I have cut out my bias binding slightly, probably about 2 inches longer than my side walls. The reason, and also when you have bias binding, you will have some joins in the center. Just make sure, if you have join, it's fine, but just make sure the joins don't come at the end where you're going to finish this. If you have, then chop a little bit off and then take a little bit extra, okay, because that's going to cause bulky seams. Okay, so I'm going to show you one side what to do, and it's exactly the same that you repeat on the other side. Okay, before you start, this is the edge of my bias binding. So basically I've folded into half, and if you can see, I've also folded these 2 corners in, so we form a little bit of a triangle at the end, and then you fold it in. Okay, and when you're doing like this, take the edge of your purse and open this fold up, place it in the center like that. So this edge is completely covered. When you open your purse, that's what you're going to see, and place the line of your purse here. You can actually stretch a little bit. With webbing tape you can't do this, but with bias tape you can actually stretch, because then it kind of really had the tension and then sits properly. Okay, if you're not confident of sewing the way I'm doing it, I would probably suggest you go and tack this in the center first. Okay, and just a basting stitch or something, and then go and fold it into half like that, and then we do like a top stitch right at the edge, which will hold both the front and the back together, and the same stitch will continue there. Okay, what I've decided to do is, instead of starting from there, I'm just going to open this up and just make sure my fold is there, and tack a little bit because it's going to create a lot of bulk. So I'm just going to tack this. Okay, that is now holding in place. I don't have to worry about it. Now what I do, I just fold it in like that and just start probably a stitch away, because it's quite bulky at the corner because of all the layers of fabric that's going in there. So I'm just going to hold it, and then my back stitch will cover the edge. So and when we come to the edge, I've cut off a little bit extra. We again are going to fold it in, if you can see properly, and take this fabric in and push this one in, or push all the extra layers in, and then close it. If you can't do it like me, then go ahead and hand tuck it first. Iron it, hand tuck it, and do it. Okay, that is the beginning of the bag, and if I can show you, that is the end of the purse. Okay, I did it because I've got experience, that's why I can do it without tacking, but go ahead and tack it because this finishing is really, really important that you get it right. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I'm not going to film that because it's exactly the same you repeat on the other side. So now we have finished the piping on the side. Now all we need to do is patch these two up. Okay, so I'm going to show you what to do. Just open the two flaps out and hold it in like that, and go and sew a 1/4 inch stitch from here to here, just at the edge. Okay, I have done a 1/4 inch stitch from here to here. Now basically I'm just going to trim this right till the very, very edge. This is a French seam. This is called a French seam we're going to do. So trim it right at the edge, and now we're going to fold it in like that and hold that fabric there, and then put other 1/4 inch stitch on the top. That way all the edges are closed properly. Okay, I have done the seam on this side and also on this side. I'm just going to turn this in, out, turn this inside out, and basically you just need to place your zipper pouch in the center, because fabric might move a little bit this side, a little bit on either side. So basically when you press it and keep it pressed, it's going to stay in place and kind of fold it into place. So every time you open it, that's going to be fine. The only thing that is left to do now is to attach these two. Right, now basically place your purse like that, and I'm just going to place my pin center of this attachment, and then center of it I'm just going to make a pin mark. So I know that pin is my center, that pin is my center. Okay, now this is the top one and this is the bottom one, so just place it in the center and go and make a mark. And just make sure your mark is straight and this attachment is straight as well, otherwise it's going to sit wonky and you're going to ruin the bag. Right, now I take the pin out and I'm just going to ever so slightly open it and see, just fold it in and see if my marking is sitting next to the attachment. If it's sitting next to the attachment, right, then I'm absolutely fine. So I'm just going to go and hold it in like that and just make a little cut mark. So I could go in and just trim. So let's just fold it in and see whether the sides are sitting perfect. It is sitting perfect. So as you can see, just open this up, and now all we need to do is put this attachment in. I'm just going to trim this in, and you can see there's a little groove. So basically just the inner attachment, you just press it in and that's going to hold it in place. Okay, purse is now finished and I think I'm super excited. Let's just open this up, and there's 4 of my cards and I still have space here to keep my receipts, and there's 4 more cards inside in this pouch. And when I open my zipper pouch up, you can see all my change is in the center, and they're not going to the side, they're all in the center because of the dip we gave. And there's plenty of room to keep any money or receipts or anything else you want to keep. Okay, so there's your beautiful matching purse is ready. Hey guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Leave the comments below and let me know what you think about this tutorial, and also if you have any questions or any thoughts, views, please leave a comment or send me an email. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the new year.